Have you ever woken up, shuffled to the bathroom, glanced at yourself in the mirror, and wondered, where did my old strength go? Maybe it's not just about muscles or energy, but that deep, steady confidence that used to be second nature, your manhood, in every sense of the word. For so many men over 60, mornings can feel like the hardest part of the day. You wake up stiff, slow, and a little less like the man you remember. But what if I told you there's a simple, 4-step morning routine that could help you reclaim that spark, bringing your manhood, your vitality, and your zest for life back to the surface, starting today? Let me share a story from my practice that might sound familiar. There's a gentleman I've worked with for years. Let's call him George. George is 71, a proud father and a devoted husband. He came to me not with a dramatic illness, but with a quiet concern. "Doc, I just don't feel like myself anymore. I used to wake up ready for the day. Now, I'm tired before I even finish my coffee. My drive isn't what it was, and, well, intimacy has become more of a memory than a reality." He wasn't looking for magic pills. He wanted to feel like himself again. That's a story I hear all the time. And after more than 30 years as a men's health specialist, I know that the key to feeling alive after 60 isn't found in a bottle or a fad. It's in the small, steady habits you build, especially in those first minutes of the day. That's why today, I want to introduce you to a 4-step morning routine I give to my own patients. It's practical, easy to start, and designed specifically to restore the strength, energy, and masculine confidence you might feel slipping away. I'm Dr. Robert Jansen, and if you stick with me, you'll discover a simple process to help your body and mind work together every single morning. You'll find your energy returns, your mood lifts, and that sense of manhood, the kind that lets you look in the mirror with pride, begins to resurface, no matter your age. Why does a morning routine matter so much? Because after 60, your body craves consistency and care. Hormones, circulation, and nerves all respond to the first things you do each day. If you move slowly and feed your body poorly, it sets a tone of fatigue. But with the right steps, you can kickstart blood flow, wake up those crucial hormones, and send a message to your body. I am alive and ready for life. That's the magic George experienced, and so have dozens of men I've helped over the years. Let's talk about that first step, hydration. So many men over 60 wake up already dehydrated, which quietly sabotages energy, mental clarity, and yes, even performance, down there. When George started drinking a full glass of water before anything else, even before coffee, he noticed he was less foggy and more alert. Water helps thin your blood just enough to support better circulation, especially to those vital areas. It's the most basic form of self-respect, yet most men overlook it. The second step is gentle movement. You don't need to run a marathon or even do a full workout, but you do need to wake up your muscles and joints. I taught George a simple 5-minute routine, just stretching his arms overhead, twisting side to side, and rolling his shoulders and hips. This wakes up your nervous system, sends fresh blood throughout your body, and literally primes the pump for better circulation below the belt. Within a week, George noticed he could get out of his chair easier, and he had less morning stiffness. But that's just the beginning. The third step in this routine is something many men never think about: mindful breathing. Most of us start the day rushing, shallow breaths, tense shoulders, mind already racing ahead. But by taking 2 or 3 minutes for slow, deep breathing, filling your belly, not just your chest, you tell your body to relax, reduce stress hormones, and create space for healthy testosterone production. George was surprised at how quickly this calmed his nerves and improved his focus for the rest of the day. Now, before I share the final step, the one that really helped George reclaim his confidence, I want to pause for a second. If you're finding this advice helpful, take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Your support helps me bring more practical advice to men who need it most. And please, leave a yes in the comments if you're ready to try this routine, or no if you have questions or concerns. I personally read your feedback and use it to guide every new video I make. Back to George. The fourth and final step of the routine is targeted self-massage. This isn't complicated or embarrassing. Just a few gentle, circular strokes over your lower abdomen and upper thighs wakes up circulation and supports nerve health in the pelvic area. It's a physical reminder to your body that you value and care for every part of yourself, including your manhood. George said that after adding this, he felt a warmth and confidence he hadn't known in years. And his wife? She noticed, too. I want to assure you, there is nothing silly or vain about taking care of yourself in this way. Every man deserves to feel alive, capable, and respected by his own body. With this 4-step morning routine, hydrate, move, breathe, and massage, you're laying the foundation for renewed energy, drive, and masculine confidence every single day. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to make this routine a seamless, enjoyable part of your mornings, so it sticks and becomes second nature. Remember, it's not about perfection, but progress. With each day, you'll start to notice your manhood, your strength, your confidence, your zest for life, coming back to life, one simple step at a time. When George committed to this 4-step routine, he was amazed at how quickly things began to shift, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally, too. Like many men, he'd assumed his best days were behind him, that mornings would always be slow and stiff, and that his confidence was something he just had to let go of. But with a little patience and a willingness to try something new, George found himself reclaiming more than just energy. He was getting his sense of manhood back, step by step, morning by morning. Let's talk about how to put these steps together in a way that feels natural and doable. First, hydration. Set a glass of water on your nightstand before you go to bed. That way, when you wake up, it's right there, ready for you. Don't worry about gulping it down, just sip slowly as you sit on the edge of the bed. As you drink, you're gently waking up your system, helping every cell in your body come back online. Within days, many men notice fewer morning headaches, less joint stiffness, and even a smoother digestive system, all thanks to something as simple as water. Next, gentle movement. This doesn't mean you have to stretch like a gymnast or break into a sweat. The goal is simply to wake up your muscles and get blood moving. Stand beside your bed or in the bathroom, and start with a few easy shoulder rolls. Reach your arms overhead, give a gentle twist to each side, and loosen up your hips and knees. George started with just 3 minutes each morning and quickly noticed his balance improved and his legs felt lighter. Over time, he added a little more, sometimes marching in place, sometimes doing a gentle forward bend to stretch his back. The beauty of this step is that it's yours to adjust, growing with your needs and abilities. Now, onto mindful breathing. I always tell my patients, take a seat, plant your feet flat on the floor, and close your eyes for just a moment. Inhale deeply through your nose, letting your belly expand, then exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat this 5 or 6 times, focusing only on the breath and the sensation of calm that starts to spread through your body. This isn't just for relaxation, it's science. Deep breathing reduces stress hormones like cortisol, which can interfere with healthy testosterone levels and leave you feeling tense and irritable. It also sharpens your focus, so you start the day with a clear mind rather than scattered worries. Finally, the step most men overlook, targeted self-massage. You might feel a bit awkward at first, but I promise, this is where many of my patients notice the biggest changes. After breathing, place your hands on your lower abdomen and gently rub in small, slow circles, just above your pubic bone and over the tops of your thighs. Spend 2 to 3 minutes here, focusing on warmth, gentle pressure, and the feeling of bringing energy back to this area. This increases circulation to the pelvic region, supports nerve health, and acts as a physical reminder that every part of your body deserves care and respect. George told me, at first, I felt silly, but now, it's my favorite part of the morning. I feel more connected to myself and more alive than I have in years. As these steps become part of your routine, pay attention to what shifts in your life. George noticed he was less irritable with his family, laughed more during the day, and even started saying yes to activities he used to avoid. His mornings became a time of renewal, not dread. He didn't need an hour at the gym or expensive supplements, just a few simple, intentional steps that sent a message to his body and mind. I still matter. My manhood still matters. If you're willing to try this, I encourage you to tap the like button, subscribe, and share your intentions in the comments. Type yes if you're on board, or no if you're hesitant. I read every comment, and your input helps me craft even better advice for this community. And if you have questions about adapting these steps to your own needs, don't hesitate to ask. You deserve to wake up feeling strong, confident, and ready for life. By making this 4-step routine your own, you're taking back control, not just of your mornings, but of the man you want to be, every single day. In the next part, I'll show you how to troubleshoot common obstacles. Keep things enjoyable, and make sure these habits last, so you can look forward to each new day with energy, hope, and pride. As the days went by, George realized just how much this simple morning routine was changing more than just his energy, it was changing his whole outlook. No longer was he dreading the alarm clock or rushing through the first hour of the day in a haze. He found himself looking forward to those first quiet minutes, moving his body, breathing deeply, and treating himself with the kind of respect he'd spent decades giving to everyone else. But let's be honest, new habits can be tough to stick with, especially when life throws its usual curveballs. You might wake up stiff, or forget to set out your water, or feel silly about self-massage. That's normal. What matters most is consistency, not perfection. The men who succeed with this routine, men like George, are the ones who treat it as a daily gift to themselves, even if some mornings go better than others. So how do you make these habits last, especially when motivation is low or old routines try to sneak back in? Here are a few tips from my decades in men's health that I've seen work wonders for guys over 60. First, tie your new habit to something you already do. If you never miss your morning coffee or newspaper, pair your hydration or stretches with that ritual. George kept his glass of water on the kitchen counter, right next to the coffee pot, so he'd always see it first thing. If you have a favorite radio show or song, let that be the backdrop for your breathing and stretches. The more you connect your new steps to familiar cues, the easier they become second nature. Second, forgive yourself for the mornings you miss or don't get it quite right. Progress isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up again the next day. George sometimes skipped a step or two, but he never let that stop him from starting fresh the next morning. That self-kindness is actually part of what restores confidence and self-respect. Third, notice and celebrate your wins. Maybe you get out of bed with less effort, or notice your mood is brighter, or your partner compliments you for being more present and upbeat. These small victories add up and keep you motivated to keep going. George's wife, for instance, began to comment on how much happier he seemed, and that encouragement became a powerful reason to stick with the routine. Finally, remember that these steps are for you. There's nothing soft or unmanly about investing in your health. In fact, it's one of the strongest choices you can make, especially if you've spent years putting everyone else's needs ahead of your own. By committing to these few minutes each morning, you're sending yourself a message that you're still in the game. Still worthy of good things, and still very much a man. If you're finding this advice helpful, take a second to tap the like button, subscribe, and leave a yes in the comments if you're ready to make these habits your own. Or, if you have concerns or want ideas for personalizing the routine, type no, and let me know what's holding you back. I'm here to help, and I read every message. George's story is proof that even in our 60s, 70s, or beyond, it's possible to reclaim energy, pride, and a sense of true manhood, one morning at a time. The 4 steps, hydrate, move, breathe, and self-massage, aren't magic, but the results can feel pretty close. As you settle into your own routine, pay attention to the small changes. Easier mornings, steadier moods, a growing sense of hope and strength. In the final part, I'll share how to build on these habits for even greater results. Connecting your morning routine to the rest of your day, supporting long-term health, and helping you step forward with real confidence and pride every single day. The best is yet to come, and it starts with the choices you make, right when you wake up. A few months into his new morning routine, George hardly recognized the man he'd become. He moved through each day with a quiet confidence that wasn't just physical, it reached every corner of his life. His wife told me, he laughs more, he's more affectionate, and I can tell he just feels good in his own skin again. That's the real goal. Not just waking up with energy, but rediscovering the steady, grounded manhood that can carry you through all of life's ups and downs. Let's talk about how you can build on these 4 morning steps to create lasting change. The routine isn't just about how you start your day, it's about setting a tone of care, purpose, and self-respect that follows you through every activity, every relationship, every challenge. When you hydrate, move, breathe, and massage each morning, you're not only supporting better blood flow and hormone health, you're reminding yourself that you're still capable of growth, joy, and connection. Here's how to keep your progress going strong. Notice what feels good and lean into it. Maybe your stretches become a little deeper, or your breathing practice leaves you calmer before stressful appointments. Don't be afraid to adjust each step so it fits you perfectly. This is your routine, no one else's. Invite encouragement from those around you. Like George, you might find that your partner or friends notice changes before you do. Their support can make the journey more rewarding and help you stay motivated. If you slip, just pick up where you left off. There are no bad days on this path. Only new opportunities each morning to start fresh. Self-kindness is part of real, lasting confidence. Most importantly, don't underestimate the ripple effect of this daily ritual. The men I've worked with tell me their new morning routines lead to more active afternoons, renewed interest in hobbies, and a willingness to say yes to social plans or intimate moments they once shied away from. That's because confidence, like health, grows every time you invest in yourself. If you've followed this series and you're ready to try these 4 steps, hydration, gentle movement, mindful breathing, and self-massage, let me know in the comments. Tap like, subscribe, and share your answer. Yes, if you're ready. No, if you have questions. I truly read every comment, and your experience shapes what I share next. I want to remind you, feeling strong, confident, and fully yourself isn't reserved for younger men. You have everything you need to bring your manhood back to life, one morning, one choice at a time. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, each day brings a new opportunity to care for yourself and step into your power. Thank you for joining me. I'm Dr. Robert Jansen, and I'll be here, cheering you on, as you discover the best that life and manhood have to offer, starting with a few simple steps each morning. Here's to your renewed strength, pride, and joy in the years ahead.